What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Solvice. Thank you for joining me once again. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Air Jordan 11 Low IE in the black cement colorway. Now, if you've been around here before, you already know how this is going to go. This is going to be an in-depth review on these. I'm going to let you know exactly what I think about them, and I'm going to give you every single detail that you need to know before you decide whether or not this is a shoe you want to pick up for yourself. And as always, I'm going to be giving you the best on-feet footage that you can find on YouTube, and that's always going to be in buttery smooth 4K. And I am happy to announce that the YouTube app on iPhone finally supports 4K. So if you've been missing out on iPhone, you've been stuck at 1080p, now you guys get to see that 4K footage on your iPhone as well. Now, if you haven't been here before, of course, that's okay too. First of all, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. But if you are somebody who likes in-depth reviews of sneakers and on-feet footage, make sure to give this video a like, but also make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when I post new videos. Now, one more thing to keep in mind whenever you're watching one of my videos, you can always check down in the description below. I'm gonna leave timestamps of every individual piece of the video. So if you're somebody who likes to just come in, find some specific information and get out, you can always do that. Whether you're trying to find the sizing or the materials or something like that, make sure to just check the description below. You can always check down in the playhead and you can find whatever you're looking for that way as well. Now, before we go anywhere, before I get to these Jordan 11s, I have to give a huge shout out to my wife. She came in clutch. So as you can tell from this box, this is not a pair of Jordan 11s. You might be able to tell what kind of Jordans they are just by looking at the box, but we'll go ahead and open them and I'll show you what they are. So as we can see here, a brand new fresh pair of Air Jordan 5 Fire Reds. I did a review for these a little while back when they first came out. If you haven't seen that yet, I'm gonna go ahead and link to it up in the corner as well as down in the description. But the pair that I got from Nike had a very strange issue with them. Probably one of the craziest factory flaws I have ever seen. That flaw was that the tongues did not match. So the left and the right shoe had completely different sized tongues. I don't think either one had the right tongue for my size. It was really, really weird. If you want to check that out again, check the description. But this pair is a fresh pair with no factory flaws that I can see. I was really bummed about getting rid of the other pair that I had, but that flaw was just a little bit too much for me to deal with. So I ended up sending them back, but she surprised me with a brand new pair. So I am super, super excited about these. Very, very thankful for my wife and the fact that she's cool enough to buy me a pair of Jordan 5s. Super appreciate that. So just wanted to give a shout out to my wife and let you guys know I finally secured a good pair of Air Jordan 5 Fire Reds. All right, so with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the review. Now, these originally released this past Thursday, July 16th. And to my surprise, these sold out. I think if these sold out, it's pretty much a guarantee that every retro from now on, at least through 2020, is gonna be selling out. Those reverse grape 5 sold out. I wasn't expecting those to sell out. These are selling out. Looks like these 12s coming out are gonna be pretty much impossible to get. I just took the L on Foot Locker, took the L on Finish Line the other day, as far as the reservations go. So it looks like everything's selling out. But if you do wanna cop a pair of these for yourself, check the description below. I've got a link there. And the good news is the prices on these aren't crazy. For my size 12, which it seems like the bigger sizes are a little bit higher priced, I think they're like 200 bucks, so $30 over retail if you really want to cop these. I think it's worth it. It's, again, a pretty comfortable shoe, classic colorway. I really don't think you can go wrong with these. Now, I don't always do this, but with this particular pair of shoes, I am going to start off with the packaging. I think it's worth mentioning. Only just because I really like the logo that they used on this box. This is probably my favorite Air Jordan logo. It's got the Jumpman, the Air Jordan lettering. I really like the way that the word Air is kind of like spaced out between the word Jordan. This is a great font. I just really, really like this logo. So you get a gray box with the black lid. When you take the lid off, you've got your trash bag paper, just like with pretty much every other Jordan. And then you've got your quality control stamp there on the back as well. So while we're here, I'll go ahead and go over the size tag. The size tag reads Air Jordan 11 Retro Low IE, colorway of black, fire red, cement gray. This is a size 12 personal pair. Now, the retail price on these is $170 US, which I don't think is a bad price actually, just considering that Jordan 11s usually go from anywhere like from $190 to $220, just depending on the release. So 170 bucks for these, I don't think is a bad price. Now, moving on to the shoe itself, let's go ahead and start off with the materials. So the upper on these, you've got this black leather that, if I'm being honest, is better than what I was expecting to get on an Air Jordan 11 Low IE. A lot of times low IEs don't get the most love. A lot of times the materials are not the best quality. And this isn't the best quality, but it's definitely better than what I was expecting. So I am happy to report that. And then the bottom portion of the upper with this elephant print material, this is gonna be pretty much exactly the same as any of the recent Air Jordan 3s with elephant print. So if you've got any of those in your collection, or if you've seen them ever, this is gonna be very, very familiar to you. The only thing I will say is it looks like it might be cut a little bit thicker. It might be an optical illusion, but at least that's what it looks like to me. So that's a good thing as well. But the standout feature of any Air Jordan 11 Low IE is gonna be this mesh and these cutouts here where the elephant print is. So around the heel here, it's just a mesh on top of whatever is underneath. But on the side and on the toe, it's completely cut all the way through. So this is just a mesh panel here. There's nothing underneath. That way it's gonna allow your feet to breathe a lot. These were originally meant to be outdoor basketball sneakers. That way when it's hot outside, your feet aren't suffocating under that patent leather that they usually have on Air Jordan 11s. So if you're somebody who likes to play basketball outside, these will probably be something that will help out a lot. Or even if you're not in these hot summer months that we're currently in, this is a welcome addition. And something that I think actually works pretty well. When I was wearing these for the on feet, it was pretty hot outside, and my feet were not feeling quite as hot and claustrophobic as they do a lot of times when it's hot outside and I'm wearing a pair of retros. Now on the tongue, you also have leather and mesh, but the leather here is a synthetic leather. This is very, very like rubber feeling. Definitely not a real leather, but that's pretty much par for the course on a lot of Air Jordans. They use synthetic leathers on the tongue, and then you have mesh on there as well. The laces are really similar to what you usually get on an Air Jordan 11, but they're just a little bit thinner. You get those really nice thick rope laces typically on Air Jordan 11s. So these are similar, just like I said, quite a bit thinner than what you're used to. Moving down to the sole unit here, this is pretty much the same as every other Air Jordan 11, so they didn't skimp there. The midsole is done in Phylon, which I think is a great material for midsoles. It's usually pretty bouncy, pretty cushiony, a decent amount of energy return, and it usually keeps my feet feeling pretty good throughout the day. I will say though, this is not as soft as the Phylon used in the 2019 Bred 11s that came out. That, as soon as I put those on feet, they were nice and cushiony. They felt great. These are just a little bit stiffer. So just keep that in mind. It's not bad, but just stiffer than those. And then on the outsole here, this outsole is incredible. I really, really love this. You've got this like smoky, kind of milky, translucent outsole that I think matches really well with the elephant print. So I really love the color that they went with on the outsole here. Now underneath you've got this red Jumpman, which looks awesome. And you've got your carbon fiber plate here in the center for your shank plate as always. Same herringbone traction on your pods here. And of course you do have a full length air unit in the sole unit as well. So they did not skimp on the sole technology here. Definitely like that a lot. Now let's talk about sizing on these. For me, I went true to size. I got my size 12 and I think they fit great. There might be a little bit extra room in these compared to a traditional Air Jordan 11, but I don't think there's anywhere near enough that you would want to like, you know, size down a half size or anything like that. So my recommendation is to you, buy whatever you typically buy in Air Jordan 11s. If you don't have a pair of Air Jordan 11s, just go true to size and you should be okay. Now when it comes to comfort on these, I've got to say these are a pretty comfortable shoe. I find that Jordan 11s are pretty comfortable in general. I like the mixture of that Phylon midsole with the full length air unit. So if you're somebody who typically likes Air Jordan 11s, I think you're gonna like these. And then add to it the additional breathability. And to me, you've got a pretty comfortable shoe. Also, down in the description, I am gonna have links for all the different pairs of pants that I wore today for the on feet. So if you liked a particular pair of pants paired up with these, you can always grab a pair for yourself, other than those green cargos, just because those are sold out already. So if you wanna grab a pair of those, you can check Grailed. Those are minimal drawcord cargos, I believe. So you can find them on Grailed sometimes for decent prices. But the other ones should still be available, so I'll have links for those. Full disclosure, if you see an Amazon link down in my description, I will get a little bit of a kickback from whatever you buy. It's not gonna be a different price for you guys, but it'll help me out. That's gonna do it, guys. Again, if you haven't, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, that way you're notified when I post new videos, and like the video if you enjoyed the review and the on feet, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.